guys, good morning, happy Friday. So it is almost 1 o'clock. I'm having one of those days. You're trying to sneak a peek, aren't you? You are trying to sneak a peek of what is this. That's it, that's all you're getting. That right there. That's what you're getting, that little sneak a peek. So we had our blue tape meeting this morning, officially at the completion of the 10-week mark. Probably not the goal we had for the bathroom when they said, do you remember? You remember what they said? Y'all are as invested as I. Do you have something to say? Because you're interrupting me right now. You guys are as invested as I am in this project. 4 to 6 weeks. We're on week 10. You know, it's cosmetic stuff that they need to do, like misaligned quarter round or random stains or scratches on mirrors that shouldn't be there because the stuff is new. But everything else works. Toilet works. Actually, I don't even know if the shower works because we still don't have shower glass, which is kind of important for a shower, for it to have walls, you know, or at least a place to hang a rod. Anyway, we just don't want to get into it. So I am having one of those days where my day was planned. It's very important for me to plan my time because not only am I don't have my ducks in a row. In here, squirrels, all with ADD and all listening to different music. So it's a disaster up here. So it helps if I schedule things out. So I had a perfect schedule today, and of course, it doesn't work out. It is already 1 o'clock. Like, co-parent was supposed to pick up baby boy. I had to go pick him up. I was supposed to have a delivery yesterday for a really exciting sponsorship that I have with Walmart for like holiday gift shopping. Actually, when you see this, you'll probably have already seen my recommendations. And then like that was late, so it arrived today. And then our kids have birthday parties this weekend. And of course, you know, here's the thing. I love wrapping gifts. I do. And I especially love wrapping gifts when co-parent buys them. So I forgot I had to wrap those gifts. Well, I didn't forget, I just didn't have the gifts. He just dropped them off. So I'm wrapping those. Anyway, my day's gone. And Daniel has plans with dad today, so I have to go get Mateo at school at 4 today. And it's already 1, and I haven't even showered. And the whole plan was to get up early, shower, and film. Maybe I can come to you in all this glory. I mean, when has it ever been produced? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm always showered at the very least. I wanted to paint my nails today, so maybe we'll get that done. But what I'm super excited to show you guys is, do you remember how I was complaining? Well, I always complain. Rewind. Do you remember one of the 1,000 times that I was, are you looking at my, you're looking at my little karopi, aren't you? Yeah, take it all in. Wait, hold on. Sorry, my camera can't focus because I'm super muscular. Like it can't, like my muscle's so big, it can't focus. I was, one of the millionth times I was complaining about stuff. I was telling you about white baseball pants, and you guys have given me awesome recommendations, and all of them have worked, and all of them I have tried. However, none of them are as fun as this one. And this one is a recommendation that one of you guys made for me. A, you didn't have kids. B, you didn't have kids in baseball. C, you don't even have a pressure washer, but you sent me a video that you saw that you thought I would find useful. And when it involves my husband purchasing a power tool, it's always something that proves successful. So I'm gonna show you guys how I wash my boys' baseball pants. Also, if we can start a community petition where we legally obligate or punish coaches for telling their kids, your pants aren't dirty enough, you didn't play baseball today, get some stains on those pants for your mom. Like, I've heard all of those phrases at games, and I'm like, do they like oxygen? Like, do they like living on the surface of the earth? Like, do these coaches want to have a happy wife? Just kidding. Anyway, let me show you guys. I mean, you wanna come with me? I don't know if it's like that exciting. For me, it's exciting. For you, it might also be exciting. I also had one of those mornings where I needed something. And so, actually, let me show you. So this is my toolbox. Like, this is my toolbox with my things. I've had it since my first marriage. In fact, this was a really, side note, this is a point of contention when we were getting divorced, was I get half of the tools, and I was like, no, you don't. you don't have tools. These are my tools. I brought them here and I get to take them because you don't know how to use them. Sorry, we're still friends. I love you. We're friends now. So this is my toolbox. And then like, that's, never mind. So I needed something here. I don't remember what it was. I think it might have been no, I needed double stick tape. Okay, so all my sticky stuff was here. Look at my little, I had double stick tape, blah, blah, blah. But it just, you know when you have something and then you pile it on and you pile it on and you pile it on. So anyway, I got distracted and I organized my tools, like my Roomba filters, all my batteries. I think you're supposed to keep them in the fridge, but I don't. That's how quickly we go through them. And then what else? So I got my little felty things here. This is in no way like a system. It just works for me. You know, like markers for furniture and wood. We got some drill bits and glue. Wait, hold on. More drill bits. Yep, I do like to drill. All right, random screws. You wanted to see my carabiners again, didn't you? All my screwdrivers. Pliers, wire cutters, the works. Allen wrenches. I wish this could open, but my car's in the way. But see, now I have my hooks, my double stick tape. It would be nice if you could focus. Please focus. There we go. So some hooks, double stick. I still think it's blurry. Anyway, this is why I lost my day. This is why. But we are going to clean these pants. And I'm going to show you how. There's no method. You just pressure wash them and that's it. And if you want, they get so clean, you don't even have to wash them, but I'm a little maniacal and neurotic, and so I pressure wash them and then throw them in with my wipes. Can I pressure wash the Mern? What's the wanna pressure wash my Mern? What's the wanna pressure wash my Mern? No, not my Mern. No, not my Mern. A couple of things to note for your safety is don't do it when it's hot outside. Just kidding. It is a weapon. A pressure washer is extremely dangerous. It can hurt you really bad. It could hurt your shoes. It could hurt your valuables. So you have to really know what to use it with. There's a reason why it's like designed to clean concrete and not fabric. But my boys destroy their baseball pants every season. So for me, it's worth the little bit of abuse that the pants take with a pressure washer because they're not going to use them again next season. Does it destroy them? No, my boys do that completely on their own. So it's harsh on fabrics. It is a weapon. It can hurt you, it can cut you, it could blow your skin off. And I usually put Shout or Fells Neptha or Sote on the grass stains before I pressure wash them. I got a little eager and excited, and I didn't do that today because I really wanted to show you guys my pressure washer. But usually I do that first and then I spray it and it all comes off. And it really depends on how dirty your pants are. Sometimes I could get away with just air drying them, like leaving them outside. They're just gonna get dirty again. But right now, since I forgot to do Shout on Daniel's grass stains, I am just gonna throw it in the wash with the rest of the whites. And now that all that red soil isn't on it anymore, they're actually gonna get clean. It's crazy. I took pants that were already washed, like they were folded in their drawers, washed. And I was like, well, let me just see. I learned the hard way. Like I need evidence. So I took some washed ones and I pressure washed them, and you could see the curtain of red coming off of clean pants. It was nuts. You know what else is nuts? It's almost 2 o'clock and I really need to shower and pick up my son at 4. So I'm gonna let you guys go for now. Think about that. You might need a pressure washer. You know, it's like one of those things like, I don't know, a laminator. You need a laminator, a thermopop. Everyone needs a thermopop. Everyone needs a photo printer. There are just some things that just make your life easier. I don't know if you need a laminator, but I use mine a lot. Good morning, happy Saturday. It is almost 6:30. I've been up since 4:30, which is why my voice is sexy. Parker got called in around 1:30, so he's been working a scene since then. Pretty sure he'll be home soon. Usually these things take about 4 hours, maybe longer. Sometimes he gets called in back to back, especially on weekends, because people don't know how to behave accordingly. I got up early, have a lot of work to do, and it's just been a very stressful. Yesterday was very stressful. We continue staying on brand with our behavioral issues here at home. I got a text from a parent that was like, you know, A, B, and C happened, and you know, I have to give it to her. The amount of grace that this woman had, considering what she told me, is astonishing. You know, I continue to tell my kids, you guys don't know how lucky you are, and you don't know how blessed you are to be surrounded by people that continue to give everyone second, third, fourth, 12th chances. Please don't ever take that for granted. It was a really nice text. It was a terrible text. She worded it very nicely and polite, so, you know, I made my oldest walk over to their house and apologize, like we are supposed to. Anyway, it's been a day, a night, a week, a month. Did you guys know that coaching, that was my tripod, by the way, that loud click. Did you guys know that coaching kids baseball is incredibly stressful, even if you aren't one of the coaches? Like, the amount of drama that adults bring to a sport involving 8 and 11-year-olds is remarkable. In a bad way. I'm like, do you guys remember when sports used to be for fun? I mean, I don't, because I never did sports, but I do know that when I moved to Texas, like, people take their sports real seriously. There's nothing at stake here. Can we remind ourselves that there is nothing at stake here? So it's just been, I don't even know the word for it, you know? It's testing my patience in every direction. Because I can proudly say that I have had like a 6'5" man in my face yelling at me in the middle of the game, and I don't revert to my old behavior. So, pat on the back for that. I have to say that there are apps where we're able to communicate with parents, and it's where we relay practices, needs, schedule changes, stuff like that, and parents bicker back and forth. I don't participate. Pat on the back. And I think that something that really helps me is the fact that I've been around kids. I've been, you know, in the educational system. So I know ultimately that the only people that win or lose in these situations are the children. So I refuse to participate, but unfortunately, because my co-parent is one of the coaches and I'm team mom or team manager or whatever for the teams, I get dragged into it. Either for emotional or moral support, or just because parents are petty. A lot of parents are petty. I do have to say that the like handful of parents that are really supportive, they just remind me of me. They don't come from privilege. So that's been really refreshing to see. I think it's one of those opportunities where if you like focus on how negative and stressful it is, you're gonna just see negative and stressful. But if you take a moment to like kind of stand back and not look at the whole forest, you know? You know what I'm saying? That you can see each individual tree or person and how kind they are, how supportive they are, how lucky we are to have the handful of people that continue to believe in the process. Anyway, I don't like talking code, but I also don't like talking about people that aren't in the room. So, well, certain people. And so I'll keep it short because I have to get to work. But today is Saturday. We have a baseball game. Hopefully I won't be in a jumpsuit later. You know what I'm saying? Like a little jumpsuit. Because I didn't curl my hair to go to prison. Just saying. Anyway, speaking of hair curling, I can't figure out this length. I cannot figure out where to curl, where to start, how to put it, where, anything. Like, so you guys are gonna pretend this looks cute because it's just not, it's not doing it for me. Saturday game, Daniel has a birthday party. Mateo's, you know, he was up for parole today because he has a birthday party tomorrow. That's not happening. Tomorrow, Sunday, they are actually with Dad. Usually Sundays is our day, but somehow it worked out that way. I'm not complaining. I don't know what tomorrow brings, but I hope it involves a lot of barely breathing, you know, like just autopilot. Maybe just like growing into a couch. Is that a thing? Like where you're just on the couch so long all day that you just melt into it? That might be my plan tomorrow. Still haven't decided. I do have to be productive at some point today, and Daniel's game is boom, right at 11. So that just chops my day in half, which is why I woke up early. Just kidding, I woke up early because I couldn't sleep anymore. Man, it's just, I think if I got the opportunity to go back to teach in career technical education, it's totally different from like normal education. I would like to pioneer a program that's sort of like career technical education, which means like if you guys aren't in the school system, sorry, sometimes I speak like I know, like you guys know what I'm talking about. So a teacher, you know, a regular teacher does the basic subjects, whether it's, you know, English, math, social studies, whatever. Then you have career technical education. Those are the teachers that teach, before it was home economics, now it's culinary arts, welding, auto shop, wood shop, photography. So they are classes that, depending on the state's curriculum, can give you either convertible college credit or can actually give you some sort of certification. Like my class was a certification. If you took my class for 2 years or 4 semesters, it gave you a certification where you could actually start at an entry-level position, and it sort of gave you the hours you needed, the experience you needed, or even some sort of credibility that you knew or that you deserved that spot you're applying for in a commercial kitchen. My concept would be pioneering a program that's similar to career technical education, however, it's involving life skills. So we'd have like a credit class, what your credit score means, how to apply for a credit card, how to find a credit card that's good, how to get an auto loan, you know, the best resources for starting to save for a home if that's something that you wanted to buy, investments, stuff like that, just like a financial prep class. Another one would be emotional health, emotional healing, communication, how to maintain relationships, how to communicate in relationships, how to recognize your boundaries, how to honor your boundaries, just anything to do with internal, emotional, and mental health and healing. Another class on taking care of yourself on the outside, hygiene. I know it sounds stupid, but seriously, some of these kids like just don't get it. Hygiene, haircuts, manicures, skincare. And I don't mean like, I'm not trying to like Charlotte Tilbury magic cream them, you know, I just mean loving yourself. And this kind of reminds me of myself and how I started YouTube. Is I felt ugly. And I felt ugly because I was ugly on the inside. I wasn't healed. I wasn't happy. I wasn't in a good relationship. I was in a terrible place. And I started to feel better about myself by taking care of myself from the outside, which is why I got into makeup so deep. And that's how it started. You know, it started with how I felt about myself physically, and that motivated me and was a catalyst to take care of myself internally. And so just all of these skills to prepare you to be an adult, you know, what it means to become a parent, all that it entails, from emotional investment to financial investment to how stressful it is to the things you need to start thinking about, like where you're going to raise them and what's important to you, and is religion important to you, and is speaking multiple languages important to you. It's just all of these discussions that to me were taboo growing up. You just didn't talk about it. Mom, why don't you talk to my aunt? It's been a couple of years. We don't talk about it. You know, like all of those things that these kids go into the world and just we shove in their face and expect them to know. So anyway, that's a really long check-in to tell you guys about some outlandish wild dream that I'll probably never achieve because I'm too stressed out to do it. But yeah, seriously, schools really need to do that. I mean, we used to teach home economics in the, 50s? 60s, I don't remember, and only girls were allowed to take that class, which I thought was weird. But definitely, you know, just general life skills. We used to do driving. They used to teach driving in school. I don't do schools anymore. They don't do that anymore. Why? I don't understand. You should teach, you know what they should teach? This might be a minute, guys. I should probably sit down. They should teach proper use of technology. Yeah, proper use of technology, from applying for colleges, from what you're posting online, from your digital footprint, from everything that gets stored and how nothing is actually ever deleted. Yeah, literally, as I vlog this and publicize this, and my kids are probably gonna be in their 40s one day talking to their own kids, and they'll be like, is that grandma? And I'm like, yes, that's your grandma, oversharing. Hi, future grandbabies. You know, your digital footprint and your passwords and how important that is, and not sharing your passcodes, and using your work's computer or work cell phone or school cell phone or school whatever for proper use. Like, you don't have privacy anymore. I think what has made our life so easy, like what is the internet, now has also turned us into people that have zero privacy. But none of us realize that, you know, like everything's public record. Everything is public record. So nobody has privacy anymore. But we're still trying to think we're hiding things, you know, in our email or our Google Classroom or, I don't know, husbands hiding things from wives. Like, y'all have no privacy. It's the exchange. It's what comes with having the internet. I don't know. You know, you can't have it both ways. I think that's it. I think that's it for my check-in, really. I think I like my hair if I do this. Right? That looks better. Hold on. Where's my little, I need my little insert name here. Mascara wand. I think I like it like that. This is what we're doing. And I'm not gonna move. This is what it's gonna look like for the rest of the day. I just can't get over this flattened hump. Like, that's another class I should teach, is how to curl your hair properly. Actually, not teach, take. I should take that class. Anyway, talking to you guys somehow, even though you're not here, cheers me up. It puts me in a good place. Like, I'm ready to do this. I'm ready to get started. And I really hope this, I hope this voice sticks around, because I like it. You know, it's less nasally. I don't know, but when the pitch comes out, we'll see how it sounds. It might get a little weird. You guys, it's 11 o'clock. We have just about made it to the field where we're gonna watch little man play. Look at this. You haven't seen him in a minute. You have not seen, I don't think you've seen him since the summer. What's up, pandas? Did you miss him? Don't answer that question. You know they did. Don't answer that question. Do you want to fight? I'm in a mood right now. I'm not in a mood. Okay, I had a super busy morning, but I really can't complain because this one's been up since 1 a.m. You know, saving the world. And I got up at 4:30 like I told you guys. I've been working since. Super excited because I was able to get a good portion of my work done. A good portion. I still have some stuff to do. I feel like a weight has been lifted off of me right now in terms of goals. And if you guys think like me or process like me, you know that you could have the smallest thing on your to-do list, but if it's pending, it's super heavy. So as long as you can check off that one thing, like empty the dryer or whatever, you're like, oh, wow, man, I feel so successful, which is how I feel right now in my awesome Etsy shirt. I don't think I told you guys this in the vlog, and that's what I was telling Parker. I'm like, I think I just vlogged this morning, but I haven't shown them my makeup or my shirt. So Daniel's team is the Astros. I have no, someone's feeling spicy this morning. So don't ask me about the MLB. Don't ask me about the shine on my nose. I don't know any of that stuff. I don't know any stats. If Little Man were here, he'd be telling you about players and their injuries and all of that, because I get to hear about it all day. But it just so happens that the Astros, I think, are doing really well right now. I think. But see, I could be wrong. We are going to watch Daniel's game. We're going to take him to a birthday party, which you can't see because children. Well, I don't know. Actually, do you guys remember last week I told you, I promise in the next vlog, I'm going to show you Daniel's super amazing, sexy baseball swing? Okay, Parker, just in a few words, well, you are a man, a few words. How does Daniel get ready when he's on deck?
Dramatically.
It is like, it's magic. I look forward to it. Like, I will not be completely like involved necessarily. Like I said, I'm like dugout mom. I'm like, okay, you're in this position. Here's the first aid kit. Do you want a snack? Like, that's me. Like, I'm not up current with whatever's going on. But when my kid's on deck, I'm there for it. That's what I look forward to. So my makeup, I don't have very good lighting here to show you guys. Hold on. No, this is, if we were in my car, I'd have a little, oh, wait. No? There we go. Okay, I'll just slouch a little. So, would you believe that this is just 2 drops of tinted serum and 1 drop of the glow drops from Typology? I know. I did a whole video on it, so it'll be up on my channel probably before this vlog. So if you guys want to see how I do that, this is like, I don't even want to call it my no makeup look. It's more like my baseball makeup look, or my, I want to play with makeup, but I want to look cute, but I also don't want to put too much stuff on. And I'm really not wearing that much stuff. It's the tinted serum with some glow drops. Those same glow drops are my highlighter. My favorite cream blush, pretend I said that. Lip oil, tinted brow gel. This tinted brow gel though, like who even needs pencil? I don't even know why I still use pencil. You know why? Because I love the e.l.f. pencil. That's why. Are you ready?
Let's do this.
Did you see who just arrived 20 minutes late?
Yes, I did.
You guys, why didn't anyone tell us that team sports for children is worse than a reality show? It is so much trouble. So much trouble. If I was someone else, I would put this family on blast. Just one specific family. Your kid just wants to dance. Like, he just wants to dance. He wants to play in the outfield because he gets to dance. Why don't they just let him? You know why? Because dad played football and basketball in college. I want to live for my children, but I also want to have my own separate life, and I also don't want to impose my dreams on my kids. You know what I mean? I want to support their dreams, but I also want to support my own, and I don't want them to be blendy. That's my goal. Is that a good goal?
That's a great goal, buddy. I support you in your goals.
And my dreams?
Dreams, hopes, desires.
Hey you guys, it's almost 4 o'clock. All right, so my loving, handsome husband did me the favor of taking Daniel to his birthday party so that I could catch up on work, which I am doing right now, but Amazon arrived and this wasn't supposed to arrive until tomorrow. And because this is something that brings me extreme joy, I thought I would share it with you guys. I'm not sure if I updated you guys on how I switched stuff around here at the house. I'm not sure if I have, I don't think I have. Anyway, so before the bathroom remodel, we had already gotten rid of this baby gate here and we flip-flopped the rooms. So if you guys remember, in here was the office / study. So we had his and hers desks, and then all of this living room stuff was on the other side. Keep in mind that this here is the formal living room. That over there is a formal dining room. We don't have a formal dining room, so we just created an office. So this used to be the office, and now it's Ernie's room, but the only reason we put the gate back was because of the remodel. So as soon as they're done with that, in 27 weeks, we'll take this down again, and then this will be wide open and like super nice. And then we ended up switching stuff around, and now this is Parker's office, and it's his and his desks. So he has his personal computer and then his work side. But because the boys walk in here every day after baseball, there's something baseball related, they put all their gear here. And I did order a couple hooks and things that will arrive tomorrow. So hopefully Parker can help me put that up tomorrow. I'm super anxious when I have an idea, like I want to get it done, but I'm not sure if he'll have the anchors or the right equipment for that. So they come in and they just drop their stuff and drop their stuff and drop their stuff. Then I had this bag of balls on the other side of the house. So everything was just like all over the place. So I asked Parker, I'm like, do you think it's okay if we kind of set up like just this corner to be some sort of sporting goods area? Because when they go play with the neighbors, they come in, they grab their stuff, they go back out, they come in, they grab their stuff, they go. So having it in the garage just doesn't make sense. Not to mention that there's no room. So I thought, what if I get rolling hampers instead of just this one basket, which I love this basket by the way, but clearly it's not big enough. So what if I get rolling hampers and put their stuff divided in baskets based on whatever sport it is or child or however it ends up working out. And I found these. I'm a little worried because I thought they were wire baskets, but they are actually sort of like a hemp, like a I don't even know. This is, I mean, it's plastic, but it looks like basket weaving. But I thought the whole thing was wire. I thought they were wire baskets. So I'm gonna prop you guys up. We're gonna assemble them. And they should be 2 side-by-side hampers that are divided in 2. So ultimately we'll have 4 4 containers, 4 sections, 4 possibilities of organizing their things. So wish me luck. Not hating it. Okay, I need to figure out how to organize, like the stuff's organized. I just need to figure out how to lay it out. So I ordered a wooden, it's like a wooden shelf with hooks to go right there, which is where they'll put their backpacks with their gear. And then I ordered another shelf. It was part of the set, rather. It was a 2-pack. So there's one that goes there, and then there's another one that goes here that has the shelf and the hooks. This one just has the hooks. So that's Parker's bag that he takes when he coaches Mateo's team. So they'll put their 3 bags, then we'll have one here and they can put their hats or Parker's briefcase or whatever on this side. So it kind of ties everything together. But I was hoping to be able to get rid of that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to because these are their balls. So maybe I can drop them in one of these baskets. So we got extra bats and tennis. We have all the football stuff, basketball, and then just random balls like bouncy balls, which they don't really use these. So I might be able to get rid of those and just put baseballs in that one and get rid of that basket altogether. But pretty nifty. I mean, I judged them in advance and they're actually really nice. So these would be great for what they're meant for, which is actual laundry, lights and darks. And I'm considering having Mateo start doing his own laundry because of all the things we've talked about. So this might be a great way for him to sort his laundry as well. So really cool. 2 of the wheels have brakes, 2 of them don't. So I can actually lock these into place once I decide where I want to park them permanently, because I might be able to catty corner them over here or put one like that and one like that. But then once I decide, I'll lock the wheels and then they won't roll or get away from me in any way. Not bad, I'm liking it. You know who else liked these hampers? Who else liked these hampers? Yeah, my little silly Magoo. My little silly Magoo. You like them? Did you guys see her napping on the actual hamper part? Yeah, that's my Mern. This is Mern's world. We're just living in it. This is my Mern's world. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Oh, so I love you, Mines. Oh, so I love you, Mines. Say hi to your friends. Let me see that big face. Oh, they're nice. You guys, happy Sunday. It's almost 1:30. I'm coming to you in all my glory. Today was supposed to be a super productive day. However, I got woken up with the worst migraine. As I've gotten older, I noticed that I get a menstrual migraine. Is that a thing? Don't grow up, kids. It's a trap. It is not fun. So I was like, oh my God, I need to shake this headache. I need to shake this headache. Then co-parent calls me. Like I said, we have some stuff happening. We have some stuff brewing, exploding all over the baseball world. And Parker, co-parent, and I were on the phone for like 2 hours. We made breakfast. I mean, it was just one of those days where I was like, you know, they are with dad today, so I'm going to use this day to do whatever the heck I want, like nurse this headache. It's kind of in the distance now. I took my medicine right when I woke up. They need to tell you these things. They need to tell you these things when you're, you know, existing, growing up. You're like, hey, you're in the prime of your life right now, but believe it. Like, believe it. Because then this happens and you can have like races across your forehead. So anyway, one of the things that I've been putting off doing is cleaning out my good candle jars. And I think I've gotten this question before, either, I'm pretty sure it's on Instagram, maybe on YouTube, not sure. A lot of you guys aren't on parallel platforms. So if you're not on Instagram, you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you're not, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why I'm saying that to you guys, because if you're on Instagram and you don't watch my vlogs, then this is irrelevant. Okay, let me just move on. One of the things that I've mentioned is that I reuse Martha's jars, either for drinking glasses, like the whiskey glasses, Exhibit A, I love these things, or to store things like cotton buds, cotton pads, put them in the guest room. Wait, we don't have a guest room. When we reaccommodate one of the kids' bedrooms as a guest room, it's nice to whip them out with things. Wow. Anyway, I have a little collection of all kinds of shapes and sizes that I'm going to clean out. A few of them will take a little bit longer than the others. So what I'm going to do is kind of show you the beginning process, and then as they soak for a while, then I'll show you the end of it all. So one of the things that I love about the Good Candle is that they literally burn from the top to the bottom, and you never feel like you're wasting wax. Have you guys ever had like a Bath & Body Works candle and the bottom has about, I don't know, half an inch of wax still in it, and you're like, God, that's such a shame. Martha's candles, look, you can actually see the bottom of the jar in there. There's actually one of Martha's that did not burn to the bottom, and this is entirely my fault. And this is because I left the candle burning in my studio with a fan on, and one of the wicks went out and it kept burning. So now, like, it burnt through the wick, but there was still wax at the bottom. So I love that about her candles, is that you literally get your last penny's worth of wax. Oh, this is my favorite. Also, when you put it in the freezer, it makes your freezer smell good, if that matters to you. A lot of people have freezers that are rank, just saying. So when they have a little layer of wax at the bottom, I put them in the freezer and then I stab them with a butter knife, and all of the wax just chunks out in really big chunks. So we're letting this guy freeze for now. And while we let him freeze, we're gonna soak the others in hot water, the ones that hardly have anything. And what happens is it turns the glue underneath this little foil, looks like a dime, it's what holds the wick. It makes them kind of soggy, and so you can just pull them out real easy. And it also starts to dissolve the sticker. So the stickers are impossible to remove. It's not one of those satisfying stickers that you can peel off like on plastic containers, that they don't leave any residue. These do leave residue. So I'll show you guys what I do. Soak them, the label crumbles off, and then when the sticky stuff is left, I'll show you, I have this spray that I use. You can use alcohol, you can use nail polish remover, but I have an actual adhesive remover that works really nice. Then you kind of run them through the dishwasher. You have to soap them up really well to get all the sticky off. So we're gonna run some hot water. I'm gonna fill this pot. It's really big so that I can actually fit all these jars in it. And they, you know, all the stuff comes off. So I was just doing dishes. What's Parker want? I was just doing dishes, so the water should still be pretty hot. Here we go. Here's one. Two. Three. Oh, we might not have enough room. Hold on, hold on. There we go. So I like to fill the jars first to weigh them down, then I fill the outside to get the labels soft. If I let the jars overflow, then wax gets everywhere, and that's not our end goal here. So what I did is I filled all the jars first to soften the wax. Then I went in and I filled the outside. Not only will that keep the jars warm, it will also prevent any of this soft wax to spill into here, and then this is just harder to clean. The only thing that I would say is you always have to pick your tallest jar, because you see the water doesn't make it to the top of the sticker, so this one's gonna take me a little bit longer to clean. So if you had a higher pot, you're only gonna be able to fill it to the highest capacity of your lowest jar. So that's gonna, you know, if you wanted to have a separate container with just that one, it doesn't matter. I have the adhesive remover, so we're gonna let these soak for a while, and then once the little metal parts are easy to wiggle out, we can just take everything else out from the inside of the jars. It's actually been a few minutes. You have a couple of ways of doing it. I don't like sticking my hands in warm wax, so you can take a butter knife, you can take scissors, anything that you feel comfortable or safe using, or like me, I like to use my fingers. So I'll just go in there and kind of wiggle the metal. Let me dump the water out here so we don't get any of the wax coming out. So you just kind of wiggle the metal part, and it usually just sticks, comes off real quick. Do you see that? So that's all the wax. Did I even show you guys? There we go. So there's one. We'll move on to this one. Dump out the water, and then dig your hands in there. Now you gotta be careful. You can't put any of these things in the microwave. You can't do anything cool and innovative because it's all metal stuff. So it's just one of those things that's like a labor of love. You really gotta take your time or it's not gonna work. I'll move on to this guy over here. Kind of move your hands in there around a little bit. You hear the release. Pull out all the gunk, get a little pile going. This is actually not a Martha candle. This is a candle my boys got me for my birthday. Let me see if this one's gonna be just as easy. Oh gosh, this one's like really stuck in there. There we go. See that thick layer of wax? It's just all going to waste. Oh man, I got wax in my pot. That is not part of the plan. Pretend that didn't happen. Okay, there's another one. There's this one. That sound is so satisfying. You hear that? All right, I'm gonna have to put music over this because the faucet's gonna be super loud, but basically what I'm doing is running hot water through each of these jars. That's it, just hot water. right, guys, there you have it, the final product. Now they are perfect receptacles for breaking. If you want to put those like little floral beads in here and then stick your makeup brushes, it could hold your makeup brushes. I love to use these big wide ones for my beauty blenders because I only use them once. So I'll have the clean in one and then the dirty in the other. It reminds me of like a doctor's office where they're like clean pens, dirty pens. These are great for that. This square one is stunning. It was in the, I think it was a Valentine's Day or the Mother's Day collection of this year. They're so pretty. These would be really great for like Q-tips or cotton pads if you have the square ones from like Target. Perfect size for that. Then this is the Moroccan Sunset, and the problem that I have with this one is every time I try to remove the adhesive from the bottom, it peels the dye off. And the first time that happened, I got really frustrated because I love the turquoise. But if you think about it, all of the glassware is clear. So if you want these to be neutral in your house and just put them wherever you want, even like a vase for like when my flowers start to dry out, I start to trim them higher and higher, and then they turn into a really small bouquet. And these shorties are really great for that, especially with the design. I mean, they're stunning. You really just can't recycle these in good faith. So I just used some graffiti remover, and that's a really light paint thinner almost. So be careful when you do that. You know, make sure you sanitize your sink and you don't use the same sponge. Like I save my jars to the point where I have plenty to wash and my sponge is beat up enough where I can get rid of it and put a new one once I'm done. Really good examples of how you can reuse Martha's jars. These are whiskey glasses, so naturally these we use for drinking, and they're just like the perfect size. The bottom is so heavy, they feel really nice. All of Martha's stuff is pretty consistent with the quality and the ease of use and washing and manipulating and repurposing. Parker loves these cups. These are the Parker glasses, we call them here, so because he's the only one that uses these. He really likes them. But you could also use these for cotton buds or Q-tips or whatever. So these are some options. These are really nice. Be careful with these though, because they are a little thinner, so they're a little more delicate. But this is the one that I love. Once I use up a Moroccan Sunset, I look forward to it because I'm like, ooh, where am I gonna put this beauty? Isn't that stunning? Like the possibilities now, once you remove the turquoise out of it, unless you're really careful. I'm not. So you're really careful when you clean it up, which I'm not careful with anything, but this one's definitely my favorite. I mean, aside from that one, isn't that gorgeous? So pretty. Or if you're a DIYer, I mean, you could use this for your own candles, soaps, or whatever you do at home. So there you go. This is how I felt productive this Sunday. How are you feeling productive today?
Hey you guys, happy Tuesday. As usual, this is on brand. You know, I'm not even worried because this is how I roll. I finished the vlog, except I didn't. So here's the outro. Hey you guys, thanks for watching the vlog. I was actually sitting here, we have a baseball game this afternoon, and I was making some, do you guys remember the last vlog? I was standing here and I was showing you my latest hobby of doing UV resin. It's snowballed. And as I was looking back, I'm like, wow, I've actually always had a thing for hobbies, like where I'll stick to a hobby, but then something happens where I have to quit the hobby. It's just been a thing since growing up. I've always gone through phases of hobbies, and I realized that's been a big thing that's been missing since becoming a mom, is just having a little outlet, like creative outlet that's just for me. I landed on UV resin because I wanted to do like a DIY pop socket, and it just totally snowballed. So as I was sitting here kind of checking out one of my very first little experiments, I made some keychains for some of the baseball moms and for Idma, and I'm like, I think I might enjoy doing this, like sort of like a side thing. So I'll show you an example of what I'm talking about. So Mateo's team, they are the Angels, and so they're red and gray, and a few of the moms on the team. So I decided to make them like a little keychain. So this is for one of the moms. He has a little red tassel. This is the resin part. So what I did is I did a little, I don't know, logo or emblem that says, in my baseball mom era. But you could tell, I mean, I haven't perfected it yet. There's like some red glitter in there. And then on the back, I did the boy's name and his number, and just a little bit of like some polymer clay slices in there. So I thought that was kind of cool. And then I just put, like on the little dangle part, I put a little, let me see. So a little letter for their last name, a little tag that says family on it, Here's a little ball, like an enamel baseball. So there's one, and then for my other mom friend, this one's a little bit different, similar but different. So it has a bigger, it's like a spring hook on it. And then hers has, I hope she doesn't mind because there's a picture on here. It's a different shape. So this one was a teardrop. That's like a teardrop, and it has the letters. And then this one's like, and then on the back, I did a picture of mom and son, but when he was little. Same little clay slices, and then on the little dangle part, same thing, initial, blessed, and then a blinged out baseball. Isn't that cute? So I thought that was kind of cool, the way they came together. Like, I'm a little proud. I'm a little bit proud because I'm like, wow, I can only get better, right? Like, that's the giving myself a pat on the back. And then Idema, or my friend Idema, my neighbor, family, person also plays ball, not on the same team. And so I did hers with his team colors. I think they're black and white. Same thing in my baseball mom era. Her with her son, Aiden, when he was a baby. And then did the same concept of like the little bling, the last name, family, a little blinged out ball. And then on this little tassel, you can't even see this one, but I thought it was a cute touch, like a little flower. Actually, I put that on these as well. Hold on. What did I put on this one? I can't remember. Oh yeah, a heart. Here we go. It's like a really pretty infinity symbol and heart because it says family, so I thought that was sweet. And then this one has sort of like a, it looks like the Louis Vuitton clover, doesn't it? Isn't that cute? Actually, I'll show you mine. I made one for myself too. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited about this one. Okay, so Mateo's on the Angels, red and gray, and then Daniel's on the Astros, and they get to pick their own team name, but this is their MLB favorite team name, so they just told Dad to stick with that name. But I mean, you could come up with any name. I was telling the boys, I'm like, you know, your dad's missing out on a really good, like a really good opportunity here, where he could just come up with a team name where he's like, the Sparkled Bisons, you know, like something that just mentally will like psych people out. Like, we're playing the Toot Rhinos, like what? You know, and you affect them mentally. It's like, it's a mental game too. Okay, so this is the one I made for myself. I already put my keys on it, but I tried to incorporate sort of like their team colors. I'm not a fan of orange. If orange is your favorite color, good for you. I don't know why, I'm not a fan. So I did red and blue. And so same thing, except the difference is I did a gradient on the outline of the letters. So Idema's just has black. I put like an orange, red, and blue gradient on all the letters. And then I used the glitter. Like, I mixed the glitter, just 2 different shades. And then on the back, there are 2 baby pictures, so Daniel and I, and then Mateo and I. And they were about 1 at the same time here, so I wanted to make sure it was a baby picture. You know, it just seems sweeter that way, like a baby picture. In my baseball mom era, for me, is like, these kids are so much older now, you can't even pick them up. But to remember them at this age is just so much, I don't know, so cute. All right, then I did the same little word charm, but mine says blessed. And then their initials for their letters, like the names of their name. The names of their names. The initials for their names. The blinged out baseball. Cute, right? And then on the palm, I did a key and a heart. Let me see if I can show you guys. This is so hard. I'm like, how would you photograph this stuff? Like, all the little details. So there's the little heart and the little key. And the beauty about the keychain is they don't have to be directional because they dangle and they move around. So there's like a front and a back, but they're all pretty much the same, like they're multi-dimensional. There's no right angle. Isn't that cute? I don't know, guys. I was a little proud of myself. So I made one for Parker that says, please be safe. I need you home with me. And I put like a little thin blue line heart on it and stuff. I really like the way Idema's turned out. It's like, you wouldn't know that it's a baseball mom keychain, right? Doesn't it look super like classy and luxe? So I can't wait to give that to her. She doesn't know, like they don't know I'm doing this. And for me, it's more to gauge their reaction. I want to gauge their reaction to see if this is something that, like, I don't know, is cute. Like, what do you guys think? Do you think it's cute? Do you think it's too much? Like, what's your feedback? I know there's so many of you guys that are crafty too. And so you guys probably have really valuable feedback. Like maybe there's too much, or maybe use this instead, or did you cure your resin this way, or whatever. So if you guys have any advice, let me know. Or maybe you're like, well, you know what, Dani? They're too noisy, or whatever. I made one for Mateo, and the minute I gave it to him, like he sleeps with it. He doesn't have keys, by the way. There are no keys, but he carries it around with him, he puts it in his pocket, it's always with him. I'll insert a little video of the way I did his. Here is actually an experiment. This was the first one that I did, and I didn't like the way it turned out. I do love how clear it looks, but I didn't like the way it turned out, the resin. There was a lot of bubbles in there, and I just couldn't figure it out yet. But basically, it looks like that. So I did sort of the similar concept. I just made it a little bit different, and I put red because it's his favorite color. And it just has like a sweet little message. So I was like, oh, I don't know. So I think it's one of those situations where like I find a hobby that makes me happy and it sort of snowballs really fast. Anyway, I'd love to hear your feedback though, because we're all friends here and friends support one another. So if you have any feedback, advice, let me know in the comments. But aside from that, that is it for this vlog. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. I really liked this vlog in particular because it really felt like an old school vlog. Like this is what's going on. This is what's going on this weekend, and that's it. You know, this is life. So I enjoyed sharing that with you guys, the highs, the lows, the everythings, and I gotta go because I gotta edit this vlog if I want to get it up in time for this weekend. Anyway, anything and everything that you guys saw in this vlog will be listed in the description box of this video, and I think that's it. I love you guys so much, and you know what to do. If you found this video useful, entertaining, and learned something, please give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and until next time. Coffee break is over. Bye guys.